be a part of history as the Honorable Minister of Justice co-signs the legislative package. We'll move over to the signing ceremony. We'll start with the rechtspositiebesluit. We'll move over to the enactment decree, rechtspositiebesluit politie St. Maarten. And finally, the enactment decree, function book LB. And with that, we have almost come to the end of this signing ceremony. Before we close, I would like to give a major congratulations to the justice workers. We know how long the journey has been, so congratulations to you. And thank you to our dedicated team who worked tirelessly to achieve this historic effort. Thank you and have a good morning.
As we celebrate this achievement, let me share that our commitment does not end here. With the signed covenant, our focus will now shift to customs and prisons. Our work group is already on the way to address updates to customs law, and we are engaging consultancy services to regulate HR matters of the prison to further align with our agreements made within the Committee for Civil Servants Union, or the CCSU. Today, December 27, 2023, history is made. The justice workers can finally find solace, knowing that this long-awaited day has arrived. As Minister of Justice, I stood firm to my word, and despite the challenges along the way, we have persevered. I am thrilled to announce that, as mentioned during the recent handling of the 2023 budget amendment, we have approximately 200 individual national decrees ready to send to the governor. Today, as I co-sign the national decrees and the LBHAM, the HR department will initiate the process of sending the first batch to the governor. As they are received, I will co-sign those, and these employees' files will be forwarded to finance for further processing and payments where applicable. The process will continue diligently until all 700 plus employees of this ministry, whether active or non, will receive what is fairly due to them. In closing, I extend my heartfelt thank you to individuals and entities who played pivotal roles in this transformative journey. Tiffany Glasgow, Peggy Ann Brandon, Florence Marlin, Grace Marlin Blyden, Glenda Pecht, and the dedicated staff across the Ministry of Justice. Your tireless efforts have brought us to this historic moment. I express my profound gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister Silveria Jacobs and the Honorable Minister of Finance Artwell Arian, my colleagues of the Council of Ministers, the Secretariat of CALM, for their unwavering support. I know I was not the easiest to deal with, especially when it came to the justice package, but you understood the quest to complete this and supporting that for the ultimate benefit of the personnel. So thank you. Special thanks to the Council of Advice, the CCSU board, its members, namely WICSU, ABVO, and Y2, and the NRPB Union, who I saw to it was included in the interests of the members they represent. Furthermore, I wish to express my appreciation to my colleague Minister of Curacao, Mr. Charlton Hatto, for his support in this process by loaning Mr. Alvin Dahl to the Ministry of Justice St. Martin. Their invaluable contribution greatly assisted in the overall success of this process. Thank you. I extend my gratitude to ANTEC for their valuable support in providing historical data per staff. Special thanks to the Ministry of Finance, including Minister Arian, the SG, the Cabinet staff, for their unwavering support and collaborative efforts throughout this process. I especially appreciate their involvement in reviewing calculations and the success guiding the budget through Parliament. Speaking of calculations, a round of applause is due to Mrs. Saskia Thomas Solomon, the head of Planning and Control for the Ministry of Justice. Her immeasurable contribution in completing the calculations, the final missing piece needed to secure the signature of His Excellency. And finally, Thank you to SORB for their professional services throughout this process. Please forgive me if I've missed anyone in my thank yous. Nonetheless, thank each and every one of you. Congratulations to the justice personnel across all departments within the Ministry of Justice. Congratulations to St. Martin for its historic achievements. I don't believe that I thanked my department heads. I'm saying thank you to my department heads for your support as well. We could not have done this without you. Together, we have triumphed over the adversities and ushered in a new era of justice and fairness. Ministry of Justice, congratulations, we have done it.
And I must say, the Minister of Justice is one of those persons that I admire for her tenacity, because she saw a goal back in 2020 and she went for it. Regardless to the setbacks, regardless to the hurdles, she found a way to get over them, under them, and around them, and pulling us all along with her. And I must say, I acknowledge that the gratitude that she extends also to the Ministry of General Affairs, which played a great supportive role in ensuring that this could be achieved. And so last week when she said she was doing this celebration, I'm like, of course I know it passed. I had to sign it. And the Minister of Finance as well with the budget amendment. So with us putting our signatures to that law, amending how the monies would be spent, the Minister of Justice could now sign off with the governor on the national decrees to make it happen. It takes a team to make it work, and I'm super proud of the team that we are to ensure that we can lift each other and carry each other through these times. So I also add what Minister of Finance mentioned about us finally getting the needed compensation to our civil service in general, because of course the rest, seeing the Justice Ministry moving forward, could feel a little bit of envy, but know that we are also going to be adjusting salary scales as we move forward, assessing the need for the entire government organization to come to terms with where we are living in 2024 as we move forward. The promises are going to come through with the necessary legislation, and I thank the Minister of Finance for his close collaboration to ensure that that can happen for the entire administration of government. We're very, very happy that we're able to have the finances to be able to do so, because the will has always been there, but the reality of the finances has always also kept us back. So continued economic growth for the country will mean continued income for our coffers, which will help us to meet the needs of all the people, including our civil servants who work so tirelessly behind the scenes.
I'll also like to extend my congratulations to the Minister of Justice, Ms. Anna Richardson, and for her efforts being able to deliver a long overdue justice package, not just a function book, but a whole package. I think that a lot of persons only hear about the function book, but it's actually a whole package that has been worked on. And I think also that as the minister mentioned, the stability that this government has brought forward, we were able to accomplish this. I'd also like to thank my staff at the Ministry of Finance, especially that at the staff bureau and the FBA level, for being the support and the team that helped the Ministry of Justice be able to put this package together. A lot of long hours, a lot of long days, and also again, being able to put a budget together that allowed this to happen. Without having the balanced budgets, we would not be able to sit here today. With us not being able to present an amended budget to Parliament a few weeks ago, we wouldn't be able to sit here today. So I would also like to thank them for their hard work on this package. And again, congratulations to the Minister of Justice and to her entire team on this monumental moment. I believe also I'll run into the other achievements also that the Prime Minister and myself were also able to accomplish in the last few weeks. And I think that's a testament to this government looking at employee benefits, the morale of the staff, and working even after coming out of a pandemic, being able to accomplish all these achievements from the function book and the payments from the COLA and other benefits. I really would like to thank all of my colleagues actually for their hard work over the last 4 years and ending this term very, very strong and showing our employees that what they mean to us. And since I believe this is the last press briefing before New Year's, so I'd also like to end that may our collective efforts lead to more economic growth, financial stability, and the well-being of every citizen. Let us continue working together towards a brighter future, fostering fiscal responsibility and ensuring a prosperous and a sustainable St. Martin for all. Happy New Year to all of our citizens, and God bless our nation.
At RBC, we know the roles you have to play can change quickly. Whether it's a homeowner, a new parent, today's head chef, or the family chauffeur. Whatever life asks you to be. RBC is a bank for all of you. Win Christmas cash with a no-fee loan from RBC.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah. Your social health insurances.
My hope this Christmas is for you to have and to give. May you have love and give love. Have enough to share and give of your abundance. In all that we do this season and throughout the new year, let's have a heart and give someone a reason to believe in humanity. May we have the opportunity to give back to our community this time of year and throughout the entire coming year. May we have the courage to turn our me into we and give or be the gift we would wish to receive. May we have the joy of giving in our hearts and give joyfully. May we all have a thankful heart and be grateful for those that give to us and to those we hold dear. May we have moments to think of the less fortunate, the sick and the shut-in. Give them a call, or better yet, pay them a visit. Have your light shine radiantly, giving illumination and brightening the path for those in the shadows and in the dark. May we all have the reason for the season in our hearts and give thanks for the ability to have compassion for others and ourselves. May you have peace within you and grant others of that same giving love and peace. May we have the light of forgiveness in us all and give of it to brighten the hearts and free the minds of those burdened. And may we have room in our hearts to accept those giving and offering forgiveness. May you have a positive transformation this Christmas season, and may that change give your life new meaning. May we have a change of heart and make a difference in that someone's day, or dare I even say life, by giving or extending our stretched out hand. May we accept everyone else's differences and give each other room to be different, recognizing that we are all one. Everyone wants to, in one way or the other, be seen and have their voices heard. May we have empathy to give everyone the place and space to do so. May we have the courage to follow the tug of our hearts, giving way to ultimately following our dreams and finding our true purpose. May we all continue to have that fighting spirit to endure, survive, and ultimately thrive, giving way to a more together, better, and stronger St. Martin.
Your social and health insurance is your social and health insurance.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
Your social and health insurances.
At RBC, we know the roles you have to play can change quickly. Whether it's a homeowner, a new parent, today's head chef, or the family chauffeur. Whatever life asks you to be. RBC is a bank for all of you. Win Christmas cash with a no-fee loan from RBC.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to keep in mind to help keep you and your family safe. The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th, with the peak occurring between mid-August and late October. This hurricane season, be sure to put together a go bag. A disaster supply kit including a flashlight, batteries, cash, first aid and supplies, medications, and copies of your critical information if you need to evacuate. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin.
So it's nice to make laws, but you have to look at it, the law in action, mean, is it practical? Is it practical for St. Martin?
And getting them passed.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
the
That's
most
the next thing too. And then
Yeah.
we have to look at the law also to protect the second generation Martin. There are certain drafts I have, but for now, between now and the 11th of January, I'm not going to bring that forward. I'm going to bring that forward after. But if you ask me the question, where would I want to do my first run, that would be Parliament.
Okay.
Let me make that clear.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm fine and pushing the government entity committee, that committee is going to do a lot of work and also going to do a lot of checks and balances with the Council of Ministers. Meaning, for example, you had not a hands-on approach as shareholder representative of government-owned companies, and you see GB in shambles. The first thing I will do is write a letter about the situation at GB. And I better get an answer. You know me, I mean, my strength is going to be the pen and paper, but also opening more, because you better answer the questions I'm pushing. And I'm going to publish that for the public as well, so the public can follow the process of fair play.
Okay, so more transparency.
Well, fair. I use, you know,
You got it fair.
You know
I got
why?
transparent,
Yeah,
you got it fair.
transparency is, you know why I have an issue with the word transparency, Valerie? Because I believe transparency is something you do when you're doing things correctly. When you're doing, when you're making, let's say you're putting a deal together, that's part of the whole thing. Otherwise, people are not going to believe you. And especially now, you're going to say
but
if
when
there's...
we talk about if there's an issue, let the people know what the issue
Correct,
is.
because what you're going to get a lot of situations
You're
about
hiding behind
corruption and this and that.
Exactly.
We want to move away from that,
Yeah.
because if you ask me my question about transparency, but that's very important, fair play as well.
Fair play, yeah.
Corruption is all over the world. Let's stop it.
True.
The first thing you
and
hear
that thing
now,
is only here.
But anything changed between now and 20 years ago with that word corruption? You have it in the Netherlands, you have it in the US and everything, but we've lost focus, vision for St. Martin. That's why I said, I'm the real vision for St. Martin. And I'm happy that other parties are following it, because you need to have a direction. But you can't talk about vision for St. Martin if you haven't had a track record for St. Martin. You can't talk about vision for St. Martin if you know that right now, if you speak, if we don't have vision, the people of St. Martin are going to perish. We are going to perish. So that's one of the reasons I also jumped in the political arena, not only for the legacy of my dad, but also I'm seeing that we're not going the right way. And, you know, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Sorry about that. I had a little...
Drink some water.
Yeah, drink us a little water. But what you say, it's all one package. And if you leave one element out, like transparency or fair play or whatever, and then of course everybody now is getting a certificate of good corporate governance. I mean, let's just stop it there. Let's stop. If you go into government, you must be already in your system that you're going to do good corporate governance. You must have the knowledge, especially if you go into parliament, you must have the competence. And I hope on the 11th of January, the people of St. Martin are also going to vote for what they're saying and what I'm hearing. Because then I have a very good chance in doing great in the coming elections.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, so, no, it's you have to share that with them. I know it's...
people want honesty.
Yeah.
They say that a politician isn't honest, but you need honesty. You need people who is willing to work, willing to go that extra mile, because you have to bring back, you know, that confidence in the island.
Yeah,
and if people feel that they're being fooled all the time, they're going to stay home. They're going to say it doesn't, affect me, or nothing's going to change if I go out. But we want people to come out to show their colors.
But you know, Valerie, too, you're talking about the people, right? I had a nice panel discussion at my Sunday high school.
Okay.
And if you see the knowledge of these kids,
yeah,
and it's unreal. It's they question us, and we got two questions actually. I got a question: are we better off after 10-10-10? I asked them the question. They said, no, we're not better off.
Okay.
And there was the second question: what are we going to do about food security for St. Martin?
Yeah.
You imagine the level of these questions?
The poverty. The poverty.
Correct. So there's only one way.
Concerning.
Listen, there's only one way you could deal with poverty. Number one, education. Make sure all your people are educated. And number two, deal with the economy, which it can trickle down. Making sure they can fit within the job creation or job market. Now guess what? I'm the only candidate out there who in his lifetime or his experience have hired over 150 people. I told the kids that in Sundial too. I said, I'm the only one sitting down there. They didn't like that.
Yeah.
I'm the only one here who actually interviewed you guys to get a job. So I can tell you what you have to do and what not to do. But it was very nice. It was very nice. And it's not Valerie here to boast, but I have to share with the viewers and with the people of St. Martin. Listen, I'm for real.